What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another week of your newsletters here with Tech Marketer. So, this one, I want to kind of jump in. I want to get back into the how-tos that we've kind of gotten away from a little bit over the last few weeks. So, this one, what I am working on here is basically like a long-term drip campaign for lost leads. The rationale behind it, the psychology behind it, is not to be salesy at all. You don't want to lose a lead, smart cycle them, and then still be trying to sell them for the next 11 months right before their X date. They're never going to go with you if that's the case. So all I'm doing with these is sending general insurance information once a month at absolute most, preferably like every other month, just so that I'm not getting on their nerves. Once a month is probably fine. And it's just general stuff. What to do if your pipes break, right? What sort of things go into car insurance premiums, right? What's the difference between ACV and replacement cost on your roof, right? Just little educational things that are very, very short and sweet and to the point, nothing that's crazy long. You don't want them to unsubscribe. That's obviously not the point. The whole point is just for them to remember who you are so that when you do start reaching out to them at their X date next year, they know who you are. It's not just some like, oh yeah, maybe I talked to you last year. It's like, oh yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you. You sent me some emails on, some insurance stuff. So, how I set that up inside of AgencyZoom, it's actually really, really simple. I just kind of do it all inside of their smart cycle, and then I use some tags, right? So here's my smart cycle in here. And all I do is I have a couple emails, right? I've got a drip email right here. You can see that's going to this tag, lost lead drip. You do want to be careful with tags. I love using tags as segments. Obviously, I've told you guys that before. Just remember that tags are ors, not ands. So if I have a tag right here, if I have two tags, applies to round two lost lead drip, it's going to look for either one of those tags, not people that have both of them, right? So keep that in mind. I do know Sean kind of hinted that there was going to be some better segmenting coming out here soon, so I'm very excited to see that. But for right now, just remember tags are ors, not ands. So it's important that you're going to also use the excludes, right? So if I want somebody that's on the lost lead, but I don't want round two, then you want to use the includes and the excludes. So all I did, I mean, obviously I just have some dummy, emails in here, nothing crazy. But I've got this tag. So if it goes out to the lost lead drip, I can exclude some other tags. And then at 90 days, I've got another email that's going to go out, and so on and so forth. And how I set this up is when I come into here, and if I just create a dummy lead here real fast, let's do Tony Stark. I've got a bunch of other guys in here. There we go. And fake New York City, Surdy. All right. So I've got this guy in here. Here's my lead. You create your opportunities with it if you want to, but all I really need for the sake of this here is just a dummy lead. So when I drag this guy, obviously you've got several options down here. I want to move it down here into Smart Cycle. So into Smart Cycle it goes. Recycle, I want it on the X date. When do I want it back in the pipeline? Let's just say on August 1st next year. Now here's what's cool, right? So if you have already quoted somebody or you've tried to get a hold of somebody, quoted and lost, whatever it is, and they've gone through this long-term drip, you can apply a secondary tag to them when they come back in, right? So I've got one in here just called round two. And I want that because I don't want them to get the exact same messaging that they got the first time, right? It looks automated if that's the case. I have a second set of automations that are going to go out specifically for this tag, excluding any other tags that say, hey, we worked with, we tried to work with you last year. We weren't able to get anything going. Love to get it, another opportunity. I've got some new options that maybe we didn't have before, whatever the wording is that you want it to be. So now when it comes back into my pipeline, I have a whole new set of ammunition that I get to use. So that's pretty much it here, right? Short and sweet. Just use your smart cycle rather to drip on some leads over time, over the course of 9-10 months. kick them back into your pipeline and hit them with a second set of communications. It looks a little bit more personal that way. You can kind of remove the look of automation out of there, but just let that sucker keep going and going and going. And the good part about if you do that second one, hey, we tried to work with you last year, you could technically do a third one and just say, hey, we've been trying to work with you the last few years, and then you can just have that go, in perpetuity at that point, right? The whole point of the smart cycle is to get them to buy, die, or unsubscribe, right? So keep sending them over and over again. Get a round 3 going in there if you want to, and just let them keep going and circling back around. So hope that was helpful for you guys. I am looking forward to next week's. Hopefully it's going to be a doozy. So spoiler alert. Stay on your toes for that one. Talk to you guys later.